Hello. Okay, so today um I'm going to watch Wishing You All the Best. I'm gonna finish watching that. Got my popcorn. The microwave at my grandparents' house is different than the one at my house. So I didn't realize that I was gonna need to pop for longer. So only half of it popped, but at least I know better for next time. But yeah, gonna finish watching Wishing You All the Best. I'm just gonna have some card popped. I'm gonna have to find some website to just pirate it on because I don't have it available to me. But yeah. Also, I heard the news about Dolly Parton that she died, which is crazy to me. I haven't listened to much of her music. I've heard some of it, but I know that she's such a great person. You know, she made so much money, but she never hoarded it. She always donated to people. She always gave it away. And she cared so much for the marginalized. She advocated for gay people. I mean, she was even a huge inspiration for so many drag queens and their style. And she was such a great person. And when there's someone who's that amazing and who is so much of a legend, you kind of forget that they're still human. And so in my mind, she was immortal. She's supposed to live forever. You know, that's I never saw a lifetime where she would die, because in my mind, she's never, she's supposed to live forever, you know? I don't know, it's just it's so wild to me because she seemed so lively and so, yeah, so lively and just so energetic. And I knew she was struggling with health issues, but despite that, I didn't think that it would actually I didn't think she'd actually died, you know? She seemed fine. And it's crazy to me, that's not supposed to happen. Does she know that she's immortal? Does she know she's supposed to live forever? That's not allowed. But yeah, my condolences to her family and to anyone who's been impacted by that, because to me, someone who never met her, obviously it's sad, but she was so much more to her family, and that must really be devastating, because I never would have seen that coming, and it felt like it came out of nowhere. But who knows, maybe for her family they kind of knew they had to prepare for that, but it still hurts, and it's still sad. I hope that she finds peace in the afterlife. I'm sure she will. I mean, whatever afterlife there is, whether it's heaven or Elysium, I know she's going to get a good time in the afterlife, is what I'm saying. So yeah, it is really tragic what happened to her. Not what happened, I don't know how she died, but the fact that she died, that's really tragic. Anyway, I'm gonna watch my movie now, and then I'll update on just my thoughts on the movie. Okay, I forget what I was gonna say. Never mind. Back to my movie. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I accidentally said the name of the movie wrong. It's I Wish You All the Best, not Wishing You All the Best. Yeah. Anyway, back to my movie. Stop. I'm almost done. I have 30 minutes left of the movie, but oh my god. That hit really close to home. Because I'm not gonna go too in depth of the movie, but Dang, I relate to that a lot. Been there, they were rejected by their parents and got kicked out for being non-binary, and like there's just this part where they said, I don't understand how being their kid isn't enough for them, and that it just hit really close to home, I guess, because I kind of relate to that. Like, my parents haven't kicked me out for being trans or whatever, but it's like I still kind of relate, because he was like, they were like describing like all the things they used to do with their parents when they were younger, and then just kind of saying how they miss how it used to be before, like they came out, and when their parents still loved them, basically. And I just really relate to that a lot, because it's like, I feel like with my parents, ever since I came out to them, like, our relationship is so different, and sometimes I miss how it was before I came out, when we got along better. Anyway, I'm gonna finish the movie and then talk about it after. Okay, I finished watching it. Dang, I cried even more. That was so, oh my goodness. There's this scene where they're in the restaurant with their parents trying to like reconnect, and at first it like starts off, they're like, we love you, you know, like blah blah blah, and they're kind of trying to make it seem like, oh, maybe they've changed their minds, and it makes B, as they choose to go by later on, it makes B like feel like hopeful, like, oh, maybe my parents have changed their mind, and then they like, and they call B their son, and sorry, I'm like, I got a really runny nose from it, and B like corrects them, and then their parents just start being like, you know, maybe you're not actually non-binary or fluid, like purposely like saying the wrong thing too, and it's like, maybe you're just actually gay, and then they go like, no, like they don't really have anything to do with each other, and then their parents like start pulling out these pamphlets of like this amazing like spa place. It's like basically a spa, and they're amazing counselors, and it'll help fix your confusion. They start talking about like their pastor who directed them towards that and stuff, and it's like, I don't know, that like really like broke me almost, because it's like, sometimes I kind of feel like that too, where I think like, oh, maybe my parents have like finally accepted me, and they tell me that they love me and for who I am, but then they still think I'm confused about being trans, and they still think that that it's something wrong with me that needs to be fixed, and then it just hurts, because it's like, even though they say they love me, it doesn't really feel very genuine. It almost feels deceitful. It's kind of like it was in Ben's case, where their parents like, they're like, we want you to come back home, and they start saying that they love them, and then it just kind of like goes downhill, you know. And then at the end, they like send a message to their parents, and they're talking about like, I know we're all in pain, but I have to deal with my own before I can carry yours. And then saying like, hey, they want their parents to grow up, and like, it's in them potentially reconnecting or moving past this isn't their responsibility, but their parents. I kind of don't like, I can't paraphrase it very well, but it was just like great closure, where they're like, if you ever choose to, like, accept me, then maybe we can reconnect. But until then, like, you have some self-reflection to do, and if you don't do that, then, well, that's on you for not fixing our relationship. And I love that a lot. I don't know. I really like that movie. And I really like that. And I like that I feel like a lot of the time with trans characters in movies, it's like either a binary trans man or binary trans woman. And like, we don't get that many trans or like non-binary people. And I think that is cool that, there is like a non-binary main character in this movie, and they still have relationships and they're still just as messy as anyone else's. And I don't know, I just think that is really great. I love that a lot. It was a really good movie. I liked it a lot. Tomorrow, I think I'll watch I Saw the TV Glow. So yeah, if I were to rate it if I were to rate I Wish You All the Best out of 5, I'd give it, I think I'd give it, a 4 out of 5. I really, really like it. But I don't know, it's just not at, like, my top movies, if that makes sense. I think it was really great though. And so tomorrow I'll watch I Saw the TV Club, and then I'll talk about it.